Welcome to video lecture series Renewable Energy Resources 18EE653 for third year. So previous class we discussed about the various renewable energy resources and availability, worldwide energy availability and the scarcity factors affecting the development of the renewable energy resources. So today's class we are going to see the various renewable energy resources. And what are the variable energy resources? In the sense, we have solar energy, wind energy, ocean energy, and then geothermal energy and biomass energy. So we are going to discuss one by one. First one is solar energy. So solar energy, in the sense, it is the most readily available abundant energy. It is free source of energy, and it is estimated that the solar energy equivalent to over 15,000 times of the world annual commercial energy consumption is reaches earth every year. The annual amount of energy reaching the surface of the earth as a solar radiation is a billion kilowatt hour. It is per day, in the sense it will radiate more heat or solar radiation. The energy, if you convert, you can generate the electricity. If you use 2500 billion barrels of oil, if you use, how much energy will be generated? The same set of energy will be generated from the solar. But the thing is, for setting up the solar infrastructure, we need of a large number of space, and the conversion devices cost is more. And as I said earlier in the classes, the earth receives only 45 percentage of the energy absorbed from the sun, because it is in a curved nature, not full. In that 45 percentage also, 40% of energy we can use for the generation of the electricity, but we don't have the devices for the conversion. We are using only 5 to 10 percentage. In that itself, it is enormous power is obtained in the solar energy. The solar energy can be utilized through two different routes. One is solar thermal route, another one is solar electric routes. Solar thermal route is nothing but the sun's heat, which is used to produce the hot water or hot air, or to cook the food, or to dry the material, or to boil the water in the furnaces of the industries, or to to heat the building. For that we are using this solar thermal. Solar photovoltaic uses the sun's heat to produce the electricity for lighting the home, building, and running motors, pumps, electric appliances, and lighting. In solar thermal route, the solar energy can be converted into thermal energy. Thermal, in the sense, it is heat energy. With the help of solar collectors, we have various solar collectors type, parabolic type, horizontal type, vertical type. Various solar collectors are there, and receivers are there, which will receive the energy, sun radiation energy, radiating energy, and converted into heat. This is called as solar thermal devices. So solar energy or solar power is the energy from the sun that is converted into thermal energy or electrical energy. Solar energy is the cleanest energy, no pollution, no noise, and most abundant renewable energy sources. That means enormously we are having that energy. And in that, United States is the richest solar resources in the world. Even in India, Gujarat, solar power plant is there. That is the biggest solar power plant in India. Solar technologies can harness the energy for variety uses. There are three main ways to harness the solar energy is nothing but photovoltaic, solar heating and cooling, and concentrating of the solar power. So the we are generating from this photovoltaic is nothing but solar cells. Semiconductor cells, a small cell is used to generate a zero point 0.5 volt. So such type of solar cells are used in our calculators, Casio calculators, some of the road signs for the traffic light system, even in small street light system. We are using that commercial product, that is photovoltaic generation of electricity generates, that is solar cells. So as I said, sun is extremely powerful energy sources. Enormous radial spreading the radiation from the distant sun. Earth absorbs only 54 percentage. In that 50 percentage is visible light, and then 45 percentage is infrared radiation. As I said the previous thing, it is nearly 200 times of the world total energy is generated daily by the solar energy system. So here I said no, that there are two routes are there. One is a solar thermal routes, another one is a solar electricity routes. So the solar thermal routes, here the sun is a continuous fusion. In the first diagram, it is a continuous fusion reactor in which hydrogen is combined to form the helium and liberates large amount of heat in the process. The sun rays contains large amount of energy in the form of electromagnetic radiation. Due to the continuous nuclear fission reaction taking place in the sun, the energy is released at the rate of 3.7 into 10 power 20 megawatts. This heat energy contained in the sun rays can be utilized to generate the electricity power. The sun rays are focused on a small collector here. There is a solar collector, butane boiler, there is a pump, and here also we are using pump, condenser to cool the steam, and butane turbine and generator. The turbine and generator is also called as turbo generator. Here butane is the fluid which is used in the boiler in order to generate the steam to rotate the turbine. Here how the thermal energy is used to generate the electricity. So two ways. One is solar is converted into, that is light energy is a solar rays is converted into thermal energy, and it is converted into electrical energy. That means solar rays to heat energy to steam energy, steam to electricity. Here it is directly the sun rays are falling on the solar cells, which will convert the light into electrical, with the help of semiconductor cells called as solar cells. So the sun rays are collected by the solar collector, which is focused to heat the butane water to generate the butane gas in the butane boiler. This butane gas under high pressure from the boiler is taken to butane turbine to perform the mechanical work, like to rotate the turbine. The generator is coupled to the turbine to generate the electrical power. The potential power generation by solar energy is nearly 1.75 into 10 power 11 megawatts. The mechanical device which help to collect the solar radiation and which will convert the heat energy. That means which will convert the solar energy into heat energy is called as solar collectors. So solar collector, the light energy is converted into heat energy which will be given to the butane boiler, which will convert the heat into steam, and the steam the is given to the butane turbine. Here the steam is converted into mechanical energy. That means the steam makes the turbine to rotate. This will rotated. Whenever the shaft is rotated and it is connected to the generator, then the generator will produce the electricity. Again, the butane turbine, the steam will be given to the condenser. The condenser will convert the steam into liquid. Then it is given to the butane boiler again through the pump. This is the power generation by the solar. Another kind of conversion is nothing but photovoltaic conversion. Here, the direct electricity generation method. This is nothing but the direct electricity generation method. From the sunlight, rooftop of the house, the solar cell is mounted and it is given to the main panel. Then it is given to the distribution line. This is called as micro inverters, in which the sunlight is converted into electricity using solar cell. This is called as a solar cell or semiconductor cell, because most of the solar cells are manufactured from a silicon material. So a single solar cell can produce electric power of 1 watt at voltage of 0.5 volt. 1 watt of energy will be generated. The voltage level is 0.5 volt. So several cells can be connected in series or parallel to produce the requirement of the voltage and current of the particular applications. Suppose you want to light on the 12 volt or 15 volt fluorescent bulb, CFL bulb in the sense, then 0.5 volt is produced by the single cell. How much cells are required there? Nearly 30 cells are required to generate a small cell, 1 square. 30 cells are required to produce the 15 volt. Sorry, 15 watts. 15 watts in the sense 15 cells are required, because each cell will produce 1 watt of voltage of 0.5. So we have to see the voltage level as well as the current level as well as the wattage required. So assumption is made here. It is suppose 15 cells in the sense each cell costs 1000 in the nearly 400 in the sense, then it will be a 3000 to 4000, nearly 5000 rupees for a single lighting of lamp. So several solar cells are connected. The solar cells are an intermittent energy source generally used with batteries to store the generated electricity, because during cloudy time or evening time, during night time, there is no sunshine. So for that purpose we are using batteries. And solar heating, that is solar concentration power, that is so CSP, and solar coolings are used for the generation of the electricity by the sun to provide the water heating purpose. Solar water heater, many houses you have seen that, even in your house also. Instead of using geyser electric system, we are going with the solar power, solar water heater, solar induction stove now available, solar cooker. So solar thermal panels and photovoltaic cells which will convert this energy into heat and electricity is estimated efficiency of about 10%. Advantages in the sense, solar energy is available freely in nature. It does not pollute the environment. It can be directly converted into electricity by providing the or employing the photovoltaic cells. Disadvantages: it is available only during daytimes and clear days. Solar energy obtained is also depends upon the seasonal variations, which requires a large area. That is the major drawback. It requires more larger area. In our college, also in the roof of the top, that is in third floor, that is after EC department, above the floor there, the renewable energy source solar plant is installed. So which requires large area to entrap the solar energy for the generation of economical amount of electricity. So the solar thermal power industry is growing rapidly with 1.2 gigahertz under the gigawatts under the construction as of April 2009. Now it is in Terra. So many solar photovoltaic power stations are built in Europe and in India, Canada, Germany, and Ukraine, China, and in Japan also. The solar photovoltaic cells converts the sunlight into electricity, and the production has been increased day by day. Every year, the country is focusing on the generation of the solar power, the energy with the help of solar power.